Hi, guys. Thank you so much for joining this week's conversation. My name is Kelly, and I am joined with my co-host Taylor here.
Hey guys.
We had Miguel Garcia join us today, and Miguel is just such a sweet human. I've known him for years. He is a talented filmmaker based in Los Angeles. He's helped us third shoot a couple times when I was very pregnant, like 1 week away from my due date pregnant, like very pregnant. I should actually post. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm gonna put up a photo right now. This is us at our most recent wedding. I think this is a little over a year ago. I was 1 week away from my due date at this wedding. And so here's us here, little baby bump there. And I actually the clients didn't know that I was pregnant. And when they asked how far along I was, I told a little lie. I didn't want to stress anyone out that I was 1 week away from my due date. And I told them that I was 7 months. And they were like, great, that's awesome. Congratulations. And then 7 days later, I had my baby. So that's just a fun fact. Anyways, going on a tangent. Taylor, what do you have going on this week?
Not a whole lot. Really just preparing for wedding season. I've said this a few times, but I have like a really late start this year. I don't start till May 20th, which I feel like is very odd. But I'm just kind of trying to like do as much as I can before the craziness starts. Which is good. I've been putting a lot of things off. I have a habit of procrastination. So it's the kind of week where I cross things off my list that have been on the list since October. So whoops.
Oh my goodness. Well, we have a really quick haul of weddings. Like we go like three like in a month, and then we have like one, and then we have like a month off. So our schedule is like a little bit opposite of yours. I feel like you said your June is crazy, and we have nothing in June. So
Yeah, it's so funny. Like, right when you think you figure everything out, the next year everything gets flipped on its head, and it's like you have to relearn how things work all over again. At least I feel like that's how my business has been going. One of these days we'll figure it all out though, and it'll be nice and consistent. Like my perfect wedding season is like 2 weddings a month from like May through November, like evenly spaced.
don't we wish? Don't we wish it always worked out like that?
It would be so
Never.
nice. Mm.
Never does. Well, we just got off of our biggest wedding of our career. It was insane. We shot for 4 days. We did a Thursday rehearsal dinner, a Friday welcome party, huge, long, like 12-hour wedding day on Saturday. And then we shot a farewell brunch on Sunday, and it was all up in Montecito, California, which is about 2 hours north of where we are from where we're at in Orange County. It was so amazing. We got to work with Jose Villa, which was a huge, notable creative partner to be working alongside. It was a wonderful experience, still on that wedding high and semi-exhausted. But if you follow our 618 Studios Instagram account, I am sharing lots along the way and behind the scenes because it was a big one. So yeah,
Keep the content coming because it's amazing, and I can't wait to see all of the things that you create. It's so exciting to see you guys absolutely kill it.
no, thanks, Taylor. So we had Miguel on, and he is a huge proponent of community. I feel like community is something that's really lost in our field of work. We're solo entrepreneurs. It can feel lonely. And for years and years, like almost his entire longevity of his career, he has really had a heart for community. And he announced with us today on this episode something really exciting that's coming this fall to the Southern California region that all filmmakers are invited to.
Yes, it's something that has been in the works for a long time, it sounds like, and it's in the most beautiful destination. So we're really hoping to meet filmmakers from all over the world who want to fly to this place. I don't want to spoil it. No spoilers here. So you have to listen to the episode to find out what we're talking about. This is the Level Up Podcast. I'm Taylor Petrinovich.
And I'm Kelly Gilster of 618 Studios.
And we are on a mission to help filmmakers level up their businesses and their craft so they can make more and work less.
We want to help you confidently take your business from mainstream to luxury, and it all starts right here.
Well, Miguel, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today. We have a great conversation ahead of us. And this is actually the second time you are appearing on the Level Up podcast. So, welcome back.
It's amazing to be back. Thank you guys so much for having me. And it's almost been a year since I was here last time. So, yeah, I'm very happy to share and be here today.
Yeah,
It's
we're excited.
awesome.
A lot of things have changed. We've added video. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can see Miguel's beautiful face here on the screen. And we've brought Kelly on, and she wasn't a part of Level Up quite yet when you were on last. So this will be a great, fresh conversation.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
excited to have Kelly on as well.
Yeah, Miguel, we've known you for years. How did we first? Oh, we first met maybe through a mentor session, and then you've helped us second shooting a few times
I
when I'm
did.
like about to have a child.
Both times you were about to have a child.
Yeah. So yeah, that's fun. And it's been so cool to see your business grow over the years that you've been doing it. And also the fact that you have really highlighted community in what you do, just wanting to build a great filmmaker community. And I just think that's so cool that you have a heart for that. And yeah, we want to hear about what's new in your business now this year.
Yeah, so this year, what's new in the business is that I'm working on something for wedding filmmakers, a conference that's gonna be in October, and so it's been a dream of mine actually for years, and something that I wanted for us wedding filmmakers. I felt like years ago there wasn't something out there like this, something that would bring us together, where we could go and be with like-minded wedding filmmakers to learn, grow, be inspired. Those are all things that I felt years ago and even now that I continue to search for. So, in mentorships and education and in my own self-growth. And so years ago, I just kind of started brainstorming. It was funny because even like locations I would go to, I would look at the conference room, I would look at the area and see if it would be a good fit. And it was kind of like in my head, just putting the conference together, and it just like little by little started coming together. And for those that don't know, I did the Rising Tide. I was the leader with Rising Tide, which was a community for wedding pros. In 2015, I got to start leading the one in Pasadena, and now back then it was only 12. Now I think they have like 300, and it's kind of like worldwide. So it's become really big. But for me, the coaching for wedding filmmakers and just wedding pros in general started back then. But towards the end, I really had a heart to just teach and bring wedding filmmakers together. And so I kind of left that in 2019, and everything happened in 2020, and things kind of went to a halt with this. And last year was kind of like coming back in my mind and my heart that, I wanted to do something for wedding filmmakers. And it was very scary, actually. I think a lot of us deal with that fear of certain goals. And I knew, and I think I heard like some speaker or somebody saying that, you're never gonna achieve something bigger if you don't, try something new. And so I felt that I was really stuck in a comfort zone last year with my business and everything the way it was going. And I kind of wanted to push the envelope, and I challenged myself to do this. And so, yeah, right now we're planning to do this October 23rd and 24th. It's going to be a Monday and Tuesday. And it's really to bring wedding filmmakers to a place where they could meet in person, be in front of each other, but also learn from some top filmmakers in the wedding industry.
We are so excited for you. I can't even imagine taking on like an in-person event of this size, but I know it's definitely something that is much needed in the wedding filmmaking community. Miguel, you and I have talked a little bit about this, but there's some other like wedding filmmaking conferences for other like what I would say like different niches within the wedding industry, but
Yes, correct.
nothing that's more towards like what we would consider like our style, maybe more like editorial fine art. Does that feel accurate to you?
That does. It's always weird to kind of like label it, but yeah, I think for the most part, fine art editorial is kind of what we get categorized under, and yeah, I mean, we're used to working with film photographers, and so our film and our editing style kind of emulates that, and so that is a correct way to categorize it. So I've also felt that, yeah, that we needed something for videographers and filmmakers that were with those filmmakers that were at the conference. Because yeah, as of a couple years ago, there was nothing like that.
Yeah, we're so excited. Where is it going to take place?
It's going to be taking place. So that was the other great thing that to me, it had to be somewhere where it was going to be warm, beautiful, and a location that was going to not just attract the attendees, but also the speakers. And so in my journey of trying to search for the place, I found a good location that would work in Malibu, California. So um, I'm not sharing so far yet as far as what hotel it is, but we will be at a hotel. They have conference rooms in the hotel, and so everybody will be able to stay in the same location as where the hotel will be taking place.
And who doesn't want to go to Malibu? I mean, come on.
Yeah, and
Malibu
it's
is
really
so beautiful.
it is, and there's a lot of beautiful venues there, and so we're going to be not on the coastline, but we'll be next to the wineries, which is where the venues are that we're used to working at here in Southern California. Uh, but yeah, the goal is on the second night, we're all going to go and celebrate the end of the conference with a little party for everybody at one of the venues, which we'll be announcing later as well.
That is
That's
so
so cool.
exciting.
I'm so excited that you're doing this because it is so needed. And I'm really excited about the education that you're putting forth in this too. So surprise, Taylor and I are actually both
Yeah.
speaking at Miguel's Moments Conference. We are really honored that he asked us, and we are speaking among some other really great industry leaders, people who are really inspiring all over the country. Miguel, do you kind of want to speak a little bit more into who will be joining us there on the speaker front?
Yeah, I do. And I'm glad that we get to officially announce to your listeners that both of you will be speaking there.
We're so excited.
Yeah, I feel so cool that I got to be part of this. The speakers that we have, let's see, it's going to be Peyton Frank. She's going to be there. Harrison Films will be there. Megan Pettis will be there. Anna Lord will be another speaker, and Taylor, as well as 618, and myself will be teaching there. We have an amazing planner that will be there, Brooke Keegan. She'll be sharing everything about wedding planners and how us as wedding filmmakers can learn from them. To me, I wanted to make sure it wasn't all about just wedding filmmakers, but to bring in some other speakers that can share with insights that would help us as business owners. And so I think that's something that to me, when I was putting or getting people together, that the heart behind this was not just to make it about gear or wedding filmmakers and how to shoot, but how to be just a better business owner. I think that's really important for us, so that way we could also be better people. So just bringing those like-minded speakers who have a good heart and obviously have really great skills of putting together some beautiful weddings and being leaders in the industry was the way that I really, I guess, reached out to these friends of, in the industry to get them together.
Can I
Yeah.
share something? Every single filmmaker speaking at your conference has been on this podcast. So if someone's listening and you're like interested in hearing from a certain person, go find them, scroll back on the podcast, listen to how amazing they are, and that will for sure sell you on attending and listening live because I'm sure they're going to drop so much amazing knowledge that's going to help all of us. I mean, I'm even excited to listen in on some of these people. I mean, they're just so inspiring and I think we should all strive to never stop learning. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also think that community is something that can be a little bit lost as, self-employed business owners. It can feel a little bit lonely sometimes. And so having this community, aside from social media, a community that you gained through a Facebook group or, Instagram or whatever, it's just getting together in person. There's really nothing like it. A few weeks ago, Taylor and I hosted our first Level Up meetup, and Miguel was present for that too. And I'm so glad you came. And I felt like Taylor and I walked away and we're like, oh my gosh, like everyone is truly so deprived of community. Like I think a lot of people felt it to be so refreshing,
Yeah.
to just be there in person, to know that we all struggle with the same thing. We carry the same wins. We, troubleshoot in various ways. And so it's just so beneficial to meet in person. And so I just feel like, Miguel, this conference is going to fill a void of filmmakers who might be ready to gain a community and gain connections too.
And make some lasting friendships, honestly.
Yeah. And there's nothing like you said, the human connection, there's nothing like it. I mean, talking to people online and on Instagram, especially the last couple of years, has been kind of the way we've done it. But more and more, when you talk to somebody in person, you get to see in their eyes and they share with you their goals or, what's happening in their lives. I think it's just, you can't replace that. And it's how friendships and relationships are made. And I think it's great because when it comes to referring somebody or working together with somebody or asking somebody for help, it's a lot easier for us to go to somebody that we've met and we talked to. And if it's in person, it's even better because you get to see what they would be like at a wedding day, how they're gonna be, as a professional and how they're gonna carry themselves. And to me, that's huge. And so, especially somebody that shoots alone, that's always, looking for second shooters. When I meet somebody in person, when it's another wedding filmmaker, that's what I'm looking for. How do they carry themselves? How are they communicating? Are they good? How's their eye contact? And to me, that's something that's important for all of us. And when we get together, I think it just it's great to talk about struggles and things that we're all going through together.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be really fun. And so for those listening, really consider this as part of something that you want to add to your year. Maybe you need to add in some more friendships, some more communities, some more networking, all the things. And so, yeah, Miguel, thanks for doing this and putting this on because it's very much needed, like we said. Miguel, I'm really excited about what you kind of laid out. Taylor, I don't know if you chose your topic, but Miguel, you kind of chose our topic for Paul and I, and it was so perfect, and we're so excited to be speaking into it. We're going to be talking about finding other avenues of revenue in your business. So for those listening, we may have shared that Paul and I have a separate commercial company that has been huge for our business in so many ways. We also have a few different digital products. Taylor and I have this together now. And so we'll be leaning into what your strengths are and finding other areas of revenue with the skills that you have. And so that'll be really fun. I know Paul's a little nervous. He's already like, when do I need to do an outline? And I'm like, oh my gosh, like we're months away, but he's invested.
He's on it. Yes.
Yeah.
Getting everybody's topic was really important because I wanted to make sure that everybody was sharing on something different. I wanted it to be something where all the attendees that go there are gonna, learn something from everybody in a different way. And I feel like everybody that's speaking has strengths in all these different areas in the business. And I think it's so important because as business owners and we wear many hats, and so we need to grow in each area the best that we can. That way we could serve our clients and our industry the best way possible. So Taylor, your topic as well, I think it's one that it's much needed and it needs to be talked about more. And so when we came up with your topic, I was just really happy you're willing to take this on because number one, I think you're perfect for it. But number two, the industry needs it. And so,
I'm talking about money.
Yeah, let's
I'm having the money talk with everybody. I'm
just
gonna have
talking
like
about money, but a little
be
bit
like the
more.
big sister, sit everyone down and be like, all right, guys, here's the deal. You're not charging enough and you're not saving for retirement.
Yeah,
Get it
we need to
together.
be told that as creatives that are just like floating around doing our artsy thing, like thinking about like the longevity of retirement. And I've kind of like, I think it was Brandon Kidd. We were talking one time about how our careers were kind of like, he expressed it as like we're sort of like professional athletes in a way. So like where a professional athlete has like a certain amount of time where
Yeah.
like they're in it making a really good amount of money, right? So like what are we doing with that in the time frame that like I mean I don't think many of us are going to be doing this into our 60s. Like our parents
Right.
are still like my parents aren't retired yet. I don't know about your guys's, but like they're in their 60s, they're not retired yet, but I don't see myself doing this in my 60s. And so figuring out like how are we saving for retirement? How are we making the most of our investments? Taylor will be sharing all of that good knowledge.
I can talk about Roth IRAs for like
I
hours.
I love it. I'm gonna
I'm
sit in
so
on this
lame.
one.
Yeah, no, and I
That's
think
like
that's
dinner
so
conversation
true.
for us. Sorry,
That's
go
so
ahead.
true, Kelly. I think for me, and more, and it's just being able to share with people that, yeah, that they need to plan ahead, and that they could plan their way to leave and not be forced out. You know, a lot of people that I started filming with, you know, 8, 9, 10 years ago, some of them are not around. They burned out, or they, you know, they didn't set up a good structure for them so that way they could leave when they wanted. And I think that's important. I mean, for us that love to do this, I want to do it for a long time, then great. But if we're able to plan in a way where we could leave when we're ready, even better. Because, yeah, we're not going to be forced out, and it's going to be something that we could do on our own.
Very true.
Having an exit strategy is smart for sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
see it so much in Facebook groups. They're like, what's everyone gonna do after this? Like everyone knows that like there's gonna be like another life beyond this like life that we live of filming weddings and all that. And so kind of speaking into that and how you're gonna build out your business. Are you gonna sell your business? Are you going to like one of the things, Miguel, we're gonna be talking about like a little thing, and I don't know if you know this, but we just acquired a new business. So we went through an acquisition with another company that sold their business to us. And so going through that process, it was a 2-year acquisition of a commercial company. And it actually just ended this month. And that was really cool. So just being open to new opportunities that come your way, or if you hear of opportunities in that way, it's a very different, interesting thing. But there's so many ways that I think you can extend the life of your business in a way that doesn't cause burnout and causes more profit for you.
Yeah, yeah. And that's so important. I think self-growth, money, goals, those are the kind of things that I want this conference to be about. And I think as individuals and business owners, the more that we lean into that, we can make the decisions to, you know, do different things besides what we're doing now. And so it equips us. And I think that's what it's all about, equipping everybody to be able to do what is best for them.
So Miguel, as people are listening and they're thinking
Yeah.
like, okay, this conference sounds cool. Like I think I want to be a part of it, but like, am I the right type of person? Like who is like when you think of the filmmaker who could greatly benefit from this, who is that person in your mind?
I think anybody who really wants to experience growth and connection, those filmmakers that like to tap into the luxury market, I think, you know, those of us that film with film photographers and emulate that style, I think they're going to definitely like the speaker lineup that we have. But yeah, anybody who wants to grow and connect, I think that this is going to be, at least when I put this together and in my mind, I want it to be welcoming to everybody. I want it to be a safe place where we all can go, where we could share, where we could connect, and really have like-minded business owners who can relate to what we're saying. And so that's really the heart behind it, to make it a place for everybody to feel welcomed and connected, and to just have those everlasting relationships where they're going to feel comfortable to reach out to whoever they met and ask them questions or ask them for help, or, you know, get advice on their business. And so I feel like that is the heart and the goal behind this, is to not just be a 2-day event that when you leave, you kind of leave it behind, but it goes with you. And the relationships that you make are going to be those that you continue to build and connect with and grow as you continue your business.
It's awesome.
We love it.
We are so excited that you chose us to be a part of it. Again, such an honor. And I really hope that listeners or viewers here on YouTube will really consider it and think that, you know, this really could be something that is the start of maybe a new education journey. Or if you've invested in education in the past and you just felt like there was some holes missing, I think that this conference would be a really great place for you to fill that. So, yeah.
So true. Do you, I think we were talking a little bit before we hit record, but I think that you have a special code for our listeners. Can you share that with us?
Yes, I do. So so as of now, there's a lot of things working in the background. So by the time this airs, the website will be up, and there'll be a lot of information. The schedule will be up. Yeah, I could share. It's going to be momentsconference.com. The Instagram is also Moments Conference, if you guys want to stay connected. But the tickets are going to be, I got to read my notes here, $2,250. So $2,250 for the 2 days. We will have a pre-sale price for the weekend of May 5th, 6th, and 7th, which the tickets are going to be at $1,950 just for those 3 days. So anybody who wants or is listening to this and really wants to go and they want to take advantage of this, I highly encourage you to make sure you buy the tickets that weekend, because it's going to be a limited amount that I'm letting go for sale for that weekend. But also to your listeners, we're doing a special code, so they're going to get an additional $100 off if they use the code Level Up. And so I know it's been a tough year for a lot of people, and this year it's kind of been a little bit, I guess, less bookings is what I'm hearing from others. And so it's also a year that I think that we should not sit back and wait. It's a year that we need to invest in our business, continue self-growth, and that way next year we could really propel. And I think, you know, or we saw this a lot in 2020 and 2021, that those businesses that didn't stop, those that continued, were the ones that came out, and they were, you know, 5 times, 10 times ahead of everybody else that were kind of just waiting. And so as I speak to a lot of people, I know that this is an investment, and it's going to be something that is not as easy, but to really consider that to be something that you're investing in your business and in yourself. So I'm excited that we get to share that extra code or that extra discount with your listeners.
Amazing. And we will link all of this in the show notes, guys. So if you're listening to this while you're at the gym or in the car, don't feel like you need to stop and like take notes feverishly. It'll all be linked for you, so you can really easily go check out Moments Conference and see what it's all about. We're really excited, and we hope that you guys do go. Kelly and I, of course, would love to meet all of you in person. And it'll be like a big old party. It'll be so fun.
Yeah, it actually is going to be a party. So the second night I kind of touched on it, but we're going to end the night on Tuesday night at one of the wineries, one of the venues up there, and it's going to be a party for everybody that's there, and we're going to mingle and hang out, and I'm really excited. It's going to be a good way to kind of end the 2 days.
So fun. So come and meet us in beautiful Malibu, and let's drink some wine, and let's have some fun and build our businesses and some friendships, and it's going to be great. So we hope to see you there.
Thank you for joining us in this conversation. If you enjoyed this episode, please help us reach more filmmakers just like you by taking a screenshot and sharing it on social media. Don't forget to tag us at The Level Up Co.
And join us again next week, same time, same place, as we continue to level up the industry together.